A lot of you, come to these sharpening forum groups, the sharpening enthusiasts, the Wicked Edge users group, my group, wanting to know which sharpener to get, the guided sharpening, which sharpener to get. And I like to say the sharpener to buy, the one you want to get, is the one that you get. If you can't get it, if you can't figure it out, what you're trying to do with your sharpening method, whether it's freehand or a single-sided or wicked edge or a grinder, belt grinder, or Tormek with the wheel, any of them, it doesn't matter. They all work. Every one of them works to make an edge keen, acute, and sharp. And it'd be hard to tell one from the other. That's why I say it's subjective. Whether a knife is 100 grams of pressing to push cut through tissue paper or 60 grams of pressing. When you're taking that same knife and slicing a tomato, it's just a dream. You can't tell whether it's a 60 or 100. You can tell whether it's a 60 gram push or 250 gram, but when you get a knife down around 90, 100 grams of force to cut, they all cut like a razor blade, like a dream when you're cutting proteins and foods. And that's what we're striving for. Now, whether you're using any of those methods, they all can give you that kind of edge. I chose a fixed position guided sharpener because it can do it consistently, because it clamped the knife and I got it. I could see what they were doing. I understood how the geometry worked and how it clamped, and it was natural to me. If you find it awkward, then it's probably not for you. Then you might need to try something different. I'm capable. I have good manual dexterity, so anything that I try to do, I can do it, but I can tell the difference between what I struggle with and what is natural. When I say you got to get it, you got to find something that's like natural to you, that it's like easy, that you enjoy it, that it's not a struggle. I did that with Wicked Edge, and I went nuts over them, and then I started accumulating them because I wanted to mix and match and play with them and see what I could get out of them. And I learned about changing the geometry, and I learned about extending them, and the same issues that all of us have with the clamp skidding and the way led me to make accessories for Wicked Edge, because Wicked Edge got stuck because it's a double-sided sharpener. It's more expensive. It has double adjusters on both sides. I'm trying to get where I can show you. Because you're using 2 guide rods and 2 stones. You're sharpening both sides of the knife, so there is some double expense involved. It is. Every way that I try to sugarcoat it, it's more expensive. But when you're doing both sides of the knife at the same time, you're sharpening a knife essentially twice as fast. It takes more time to set everything up. It takes more time to get everything positioned and ready. But once you get it going, it's really fast. And then for subsequent sharpening with the Wicked Edge system, the way it precisely clamps and lets you reposition the knife right on that same exact place, pretty exact place, it makes it easy to sharpen that knife again and again and again, that it becomes very, very quick and very efficient. And the knives stay very sharp and they get very shiny edges because you're pinpointing where you're working. Let me transition into this. What is different about fixed position guided sharpening as compared to what Cliff Curry does with the belts, and what you guys are doing with the Tormex and all those? The difference is that we are locking that knife and we are holding the stones in our hands and we are physically touching those stones to the knife edge. Now with the guided sharpening system, the guide rods, whether it goes this way, however way it goes, they limit the direction that the stones can cross the edge of the knife. That's the guided part. The fixed position holds the knife. Now, because you can make those two repeatable, consistently repeatable over and over again, it's a very personal, precise kind of knife sharpening. You can take your time and see exactly where you're touching the knife. See the cause and effect of what you're doing. Take your time and work with a handheld microscope while it's clamped. So you don't move the knife, you move the scope across the knife and you work with the computer. I work with the computer to see what I'm doing. It becomes very precise, very scientific. It seems to be scientific. It seems to be difficult, but it really isn't difficult. You're utilizing everything that's available technology-wise. Is very simple. These days, these scopes are very inexpensive, and it lets you very close and personally sharpen the knives. It gives you the control that you don't have when something is automated, a belt moving or a wheel moving. Those types of sharpening, you have to really know what you're doing when you're removing steel, when you have the ability to remove steel quickly. Once you remove it, it doesn't go back. So that's why I like fixed position, because I can control and feel the feedback in the stones in my hands. But because I use Wicked Edge, I do everything twice. So I have to have 2 of each grit stone for the left and the right hand. So it becomes more expensive. So that's the only downside that I can tell you about Wicked Edge as compared to other fixed position guided sharpeners. Yes, it's expensive because you're working with machined parts that are very precise and adjustable. There's no other way of saying it. When you work with quality, when you want precision and you want quality, it costs more. If you want a freehand, that's the least expensive way to go, but you don't have all the guide and the help that you get with the fixed position. So it's what you get. Back to that, it's the type of sharpening that you can get, what you have the knack for, what you can understand, how you can do it. I found the Wicked Edge because it held the knife vertically. It made sense to me. The motion made sense to me, and I've chased it. And that's why I have all these different sharpeners in different configurations that I have accessorized and upgraded. And that's what the Expert Corner Group is I am trying to share my understanding of using Wicked Edge with other people, and the accessories and the aftermarket parts that we're trying to develop and share with you. So it's not I just want to make this clear. I don't do this because I want to sell you a bunch of stuff. I do this because I want to show you Wicked Edge users that started back with me in the early days with the Generation 1 and the Generation 2 and the standard vices, that there's still work and there's things that we can do, and there are parts and accessories for them that aren't offered from Wicked Edge. It's not a something that's going to sit in the closet and collect dust. Dig it out, dust it off, get it ready for your grandkids and your great-grandkids. There are accessories and parts and things that will bring all of the generations together. And I'll help you to understand how to use them and how to accessorize them. And we're going to get to sharpen. I've been trying to, but I've been working on so many stuff that I haven't been able to sharpen in a long time. And that's good too, because now I have a lot of knives that I want to sharpen. So I'm going to stop here, and I want to say one more thing. I'm trying to put together a little video collection. I haven't produced much videos in a while, so I'm going to be back in a minute. Thanks.